Good morning and welcome, dear friends, those with us in our sanctuary and those with us on Zoom. Welcome to our spiritual home, the Unitarian Universalist Church of Tarpon Springs. My name is Mark. I'm a member of this congregation, and I will be our worship associate today. We want to acknowledge that we are on the land and surrounded by the beautiful water that is held sacred for centuries by the Seminole and Tocobaga and many other indigenous peoples. We affirm our commitment to honor and protect our natural resources and to respect the value of all living things. We offer a warm welcome, especially this morning, to our guests that are with us today. We would like to get to know you better and hope that you will join us following the service for coffee hour and refreshments. As our mission states, we are a liberal faith community for all ages, promoting spiritual growth, social justice, and the arts. We side with love, justice, and peace. Today, Steve Bolton, a member of our congregation, will be leading our service titled Strength of Community. Our music today is provided by Bonnie Whitehurst and our choir. We appreciate your contributions. Again, a warm welcome to all gathered here. Our opening song is Once to Every Soul and Nation, number 119 in the Gray Hymnal. Please rise or sit as you are most comfortable.
The opening words, The Great Turning, adapted by Christine Fry. You asked me to tell you of the Great Turning, how we saved the world from disaster. The answer is both simple and complex. We turned. For hundreds of years, we had turned as life on earth grew more precarious. We turned away from the homeless. We turned away from the stench of the river, from the children orphaned in Iraq, the mothers dying of AIDS in Africa. We turned away because that was what we had been taught. to turn away from our pain, from the hurt in another's eyes. Always we were told in actions louder than words, there is nothing we can do. We have our own problems, so turn away, and so we became a lonely people caught up in a lonely world. Yet, on one of those days, someone did turn to face the pain, turn to face a stranger, turn to look at the smoldering world, the hatred seething in too many eyes, turn to face himself, herself, then turned another, and then another, and then another. And as they wept, they took each other's hands until whole groups of people were turning, young and old, gay and straight, people of all colors, all nations, all religions, turning not only to the pain and the hurt, but the beauty, the gratitude, the love, turning to one another with forgiveness and for longing for peace in their hearts. At first, the turning made people dizzy, even silly. There were people standing on the side, gawking, criticizing, trying to knock down the turners. But the people turning kept getting up, kept helping one another to their feet. Their joy, the kindness brought others into the circle until even the naysayers began to smile and sway. As the people turned, they began to spin, knitting it back together with the colors of the earth, sewing on tiny mirrors so that the beauty of each person, each creature, each plant, each life might be seen and respected. And as the people turned, as they spun like the earth through the universe, the web wrapped around them like a soft baby blanket, making it clear to all that all were loved and nothing separate. And as this, by love, reached into every crack and crevice, the people began to wake and wonder, to breathe and to give thanks, to celebrate together. And so the world was saved. But only as long as you too, sweet one, remember to turn.
Drawing from the fire within us, we remember that we all are one. And it is this fire, collectively, which fuels our chalice. Together we send light into the world. Unitarian Universalism is a covenantal faith. We will now read together our congregation's covenant. We strive to look for and encourage the best in each other as we move toward justice, peace, and love for both ourselves and the world. And when we fall short, we will seek understanding, reconciliation, and a return to covenant. Each week we sing together Spirit of Life, number 123 in the Gray Hymn Book. If Diana can come up, and she will share her hand signs with us, and we can join her in doing that.
Moving Spirit of life, come to me, come to me.
You can hear her coming from a mile away. Any other kiddos that want to come join us up on the stage are more than welcome to come have a seat over here. Oh, look at that. We almost got this is what I would call a full house here.
That's great.
Beautiful. Thank you everyone for coming out today. No matter the weather, you guys are here, and it shows how much you care about this place and how much you care about each other. So it's very appreciated. By the way, my name is Jamilet Farley. I am one of the Faith Formation co-directors here. Miss Anais is over there bundled up. Looks like she's frozen to her seat. Today's book is a really good book. It's called We Are Better Together. It is written, they put the sticker right on top of the names. It's written by Bill McKibben and illustrated by Stevie Lewis. The human game is a team sport. Oh, you guys can look, the pictures are up there too if you want to turn around a little bit and look at that. Totally forgot. So let's start over. The human game is a team sport. It took a band, a clan, a community to raise humans to adulthood. We hunted together in groups. With our complex language, we were able to keep track of one another. When we work together, we can do incredible things. We can harness the power of the sun. We need the sun right now. We can reforest the land. We can help lost sea turtles find their way to the ocean. We can explore the farthest reaches of space, and looking back, we can see how we are changing our planet. It is a beautiful, fragile place, worthy of protection. Can everyone say that? Worthy of protection.
Worthy of protection.
We can accept with grace that each of us has a moment and a place, that our humanness is important. We have the tools to allow us to stand up to the powerful and the reckless. We know the value of love. It's love that works to feed the hungry. It's love that comes together in defense of sea turtles and sea ice and all else around us that is good. It's love that lets each of us see we're not the most important thing on earth and makes us okay with that. It's love that welcomes us imperfect into the world. We live on an unbearably beautiful planet, a planet that needs us, humans, to play together, to cooperate. We're capable of acting together to do remarkable things. So we best get started soon. And that's the end. But I did want to share this little paragraph in the very beginning of it's right here. And it says, When we work together, we humans can do incredible things. We share the responsibility to address climate change and our changing planet. It is critical that we act collectively to protect our beautiful, fragile world. And if you look on the stage, you'll see why. Those sitting on the stage, they are our why. So. You too, you're our why. All right, come on, baby.
Go now in peace, go now in peace. May the light of love surround you everywhere, everywhere you may go. Go now in peace, go now in peace. May the light of love surround you everywhere, everywhere you may go. You may go.
Now is the time for the offering. February's special purpose collection will support the Navigators USA. They are a secular, inclusive, all-gender scouting organization. Chapter 358 is based in Pinellas County and meets here at UUCTS. They offer a safe environment to experience the benefits of scouting regardless of their financial background. Your donations will help provide camping gear and outdoor equipment, cover the cost of field trips and supplies, offer scholarships, help with service projects, and raise money for the National Navigators Jamboree in Los Angeles in July. You can make checks out to UUCTS Memo Scouts. You may put the check in the Sunday offertory, mail them to 57 Reed Street, or donate online by going to uutarpon.org. Special purpose collection envelopes are in the pews for those who want to donate cash during February's Sunday offertories. Check Social Justice and Right Navigators in the memo.
Sing this song for the turning of the world, that we may turn as one. With every voice, with every song, we will move this world along, and our lives will feel the echo of our turning. Let us sing this song for the healing of the world, that we may heal as one. With every voice, with every song, we will move this world along, and our lives will feel the echo of our true healing. With every voice, with every song, oh, we will move this world along. With every voice, with every song, we will move this world along, and our lives will feel the echo of our turning. Let us sing this song for the dreaming of the world, that we may dream as one. With every voice, with every song, we will move this world along, and our lives will feel the song, we will move this world along, and our lives will feel the echo of our loving. With every voice, with every song, we will move this world along. With every voice, with every song, we will move this world along, and our lives will feel the echo of our loving, and our lives will feel the echo of our dreaming, and our lives will feel the echo of our healing, and our lives will feel the echo of our turning.
Spirit of all blessing, be with us in the ordinariness of our days. May hope's light guard us and keep cynicism from our hearts. May the energy of laughter build endurance for the dark times of our lives. May creativity's vision grant the possibility of seeing old relationships with new eyes. May the oil of healing keep us from anger's hardness or despair. May the mantle of humility give courage to admit when we are wrong. May compassion's loom weave in us the discipline to forgive. May patience help us bear in mind that ours is not only the scale of time. May the flame of justice be a beacon for the choices we must make. May peace be ever in us and sustain our stressful days. Spirit of all blessing, be with us in the ordinariness of our days.
The earth is turning, turning always into morning, and from morning into night.
Round and round the earth is turning,
Round and round the earth is turning, turning always into morning, and from morning into night. Round and round the earth is turning, turning, turning into morning, and from morning into night. Round and round the earth is turning, turning always into morning, and from morning into night. Round and round and round and round and round and.
Good morning. My name is Steve Bolton, and I'm happy to be with you this morning. You know, I was thinking about talking to you today, and I thought about Patty. She's a tough act to follow. You know, she has that warmth and that genuineness about her, but also that infectious smile. And I was thinking about it, and I thought, I know, I'll just smile a lot. That'll really get them. So I'm practicing, you know. Mary is up in North Carolina today, but seeing grandkids. So I'm by myself in the apartment. I'm practicing and going through the talk and smiling, you know, working on that smile, and about halfway through, and I'm like, oh, like, jaw's starting to hurt, you know, and then I'm going a little bit more, and now it's kind of, and so I said, I can't do this. I can't smile as much as Patty. And then I remembered an old sage, that being my wife, said to me, she said, last time when I got together and talked with Mark, she says, oh, Stephen, you're not a minister. Just get up and be yourself. So that's my plan, and I hope it works today. It seems there are a lot of choices to be made right now in the world in which we find ourselves. What do I stand for? What do I believe in? How closely do I hold our principles and our shared values of Unitarian Universalism? How deeply do I believe in them? And perhaps most importantly, right now, in these troubled times, what can I do? Historian and statistician from the Netherlands, Rutger Bergman, wrote in a book, Humankind. And he came out with his analysis of 5 things that people and about humankind and people in general, and I'd like to share those with you today. The first thing is that people are basically decent. We want to help one another. When a house is on fire, it's usually the neighbor, the first one there, or maybe a stranger. Later on, the fire department gets there, or the EMTs or whatever, but the first person is usually that neighbor. So we are basically decent, and we want to help one another survive. Secondly, we're also friendly. We have evolved, we have learned, and we have learned to be friendly, because without cooperation, without listening, we can't build things. We can't build museums, we can't build universities, we can't build grand ideas. You could not have rebuilt this church. We get along. The third one follows closely, and that is we are basically nonviolent. Hollywood paints us as monsters sometimes in humankind, but studies in the battlefield show ammunition's left in guns, soldiers having a very difficult time shooting. And when they do, and when they return, they suffer trauma, PTSD. It is a very difficult transition. So we are basically nonviolent. The fourth one, and I think you know this, is we usually get what we assume. If we walk into a meeting expecting to be bored, or to a sermon expecting to be bored, I would hope that's not the case today. We probably will be, but if we're listening with all of our attention, if we're present in all our being with a sense of hope and openness, we will probably be richly rewarded. And finally, he says, number 5, let yourself be scammed once in a while. He asks the audience when he speaks, how many people have never been scammed? And usually 2 or 3 will raise their hand. And he says, maybe you should consider seeing a psychotherapist. You're not trusting enough, because in life, and think about your life, how many times have you been scammed when you've offered help? He says predominant evidence indicates that we really can afford to trust one another. We can afford to do that. We are basically decent. So I say, what is it really then that we believe about people and about our strength? What do I really believe about the possibilities of justice and transformation? And do I really believe in the inherent dignity and worth of every human being? I can say in these troubled times that sometimes I can't. But oftentimes I can bring myself back. Yes, there is that one individual. We know who that is. There are some bad actors, and we know that. But rather, I think about community, and I think about humankind in general. So now I want to break from this for a moment and tell you a story that's very connected to that and gave me a lot of hope. About 15 years ago, Mary and I were in Panama. We were managing a resort there. And we had traveled to Bali, Indonesia, to do some purchasing of some furniture and accessories for a development. We were doing some Balinese-styled houses. And Bali is a fascinating place. It's part of Indonesia. Every one of those islands have a somewhat different culture. But it's a very dense island. And we were in Despenar, I think I'm saying that right, which is the largest city. It's about 2 million population, very dense, a lot of people, traffic. Anyway, we're there, and we're with two other people that are familiar with Balinese culture and with businesses, and also had language skills. And so one day we were on a busy avenue, and we parked our van. We went inside to take a look at some furniture and speak with the owner. They have these little pocket industries. And when we came out, the van window of that sliding door was broken, busted all the way through. We opened the door, glass everywhere, and my backpack, which contained $800 in cash, and my documents, checkbook, and my passport had been stolen. We were distraught. What now? What's going to happen? I don't know how we're going to achieve anything. And right away, this woman who's on the street, and this is a busy city, she stops and she says, "What has happened? What's wrong?" And we explained to her what happened. And she said, "I saw a man on a motor scooter. He came by, he stopped, and then he drove off. Then another person came, and they stopped, and they wanted to know, what's going on? What's the problem?" Well, that first lady took it on herself. She walked out into this busy avenue, and she stopped a motorbike. A young man was on it, and she explained to him what had happened. And he said, "I'll go look for your backpack." And she told him where he went, and he turned down this way. Off he went. Now, this guy doesn't know us he doesn't know us at all. But he took it upon himself, say, I'm going to do this. And the woman was there with us, and more people came, and they stopped, and they wanted to know what is going on. And these mixed emotions. How is it that these people in this big city, in this busy avenue, are stopping and showing compassion and sympathy for what had happened to us? More people came, and then this older gentleman came out of his business. He had been out there, he went back in, he came back out, and he had a broom and a dustpan. And he began cleaning out our van. I said, "You don't need to do that." And he said, "I want to help. I want to help." I get choked up thinking about this. But here we are. I mean, we're people of wealth compared to these people there. They're not a rich nation by any means. And so this man got on his knees and was sweeping out the glass. Well, the motorbike came back. He said, "I found your backpack." Oh, okay, so he said, "Come on, jump on the bike." I jumped on the bike. He spoke some English. We roared down there. Oh, no helmet, by the way. Roared down there, came to this little house, and there a little tree there. There were mother and father and 2 kids surrounding this backpack. And we went up, and the guy explained to me that they don't speak English, but that the motorbike guy that took the backpack, probably thrown it in the yard, they recovered it, they hung it on this tree, and there they stood in humility. And I went up and I said hello and thank you for recovering, and they said, we didn't touch anything, everything's the same as we left it. I looked in the backpack. The money was gone, but the documents were there. The checkbook was there, and my passport was there. So they took the money, but they left everything else. Oh my gosh, the sense of relief, but also the sense of, I don't know how to describe it except that this family circled around this tree, guarding over this backpack for me. So we got back on the bike, I thanked them, and they smiled and they waved, and there was joy on their face. They were so happy that I had found my backpack. Well, we went back to where the van was, and there was still a group of people there. And I showed them the backpack, and the smiles from these people. These are people, I don't know these people. These people just stopped and wanted to know what's going on. And when they found the backpack, they're like, oh, all right. Well, anyway, there was a policeman there at that time, and he explained that people in other islands, like in Jakarta, will come to Bali, and they'll get involved in petty crime or theft, like what happened to us. He says they take advantage of the loving kindness and the trust that the Balinese people have in part of their culture. So he said, do you want to go to the police station and file a report? And we thought, well, I don't know, maybe we'll collect some insurance or something. So I said, yes, that would be nice. So all these people are standing there. We backed up the van, and we waved goodbye, and they waved goodbye back with smiles on their faces. And they went about their day, I'm sure. We drove down to the police station, a couple miles down the road, and went into the police station. He's helping us fill out the police report. And another policeman came up and said, you know, we had an event here today. We have extra food and drink. Would you like some? Oh, yeah, that'd be great. I mean, a big city like that, if I went to Chicago or New York, would the police be offering me food? I don't think so. And then we got done and filled out the report. And the policeman said, where are you going? And we talked about it. And we decided where we were going. And then he said, well, follow me then. He walked out to the avenue that we were going to be going out on. And we followed him in the van. And on this busy street, he walks out and he blows his whistle, stops the traffic, walks to the other avenue, blows his whistle, stops the traffic. He turned around, faced us. You know, we felt like royalty. So we drove out, and the policeman waves to us. I was so overwhelmed by this experience. And why am I telling you this? It's because after thinking about it for a long while, it gave me hope in humanity. I've always been, for 40 years, I've been a Unitarian Universalist, but I always felt that there was maybe a genetic flaw that pushed people towards acquisition of wealth and power and, you know, the things that we're dealing with even today. But here was this community that had a priority on loving kindness. How do these Balinese people do it? As a culture, achieve that loving kindness? Well, I believe they do it through practice. Their spirituality is very important to them. If you walk around, they'll have maybe a temple in the back where people worship or eat. smaller homes, and even in front of apartments or businesses, right on by the sidewalk, there'll be a little box, kind of like our book box out there, but it'll be a little roof. Sometimes it's thatched, and in there'll be maybe incense, or there'll be flowers, or even food, or a candle. The incense sometimes is burning, but right there by the sidewalk. And it's like, this is what we do. And this is what Mary and I experienced. And I think they take it with them as they go. They practice their spirituality, their culture, their loving kindness. They practice it on a daily basis. And in doing so, it becomes part of them. It becomes part of who they are. This is what they do. And so I believe that we can practice too. Now, I don't know that we can do it like the Balinese, because they have their own spirituality. And by the way, they're Hindu. No, they're Muslim, but they also have some deities, outside deities. But they're a special, they have their own spirituality. They don't wear head coverings or anything like that. But for us to practice like those Balinese, it would be difficult, right? Because what are we? We're like, some are theists, some of us are non-theists, pagans, Buddhists. We're all over the place, atheists. But what I believe we may do is practice. And as a human, that's not an easy assignment for us. But for some, I'm not sure it's even meant to be. But for us, it can be. So perhaps, and I'm going to suggest this to us, that we can find a practice that helps us into wholeness. It could be Tai Chi, it could be meditation, or maybe volunteering, social or political activism. Maybe we get in the garden. Maybe we get our hands in the dirt. Maybe we create art. But maybe we just show some interest, some kindness to strangers, people that we might encounter on a day-to-day basis. Maybe that homeless person, maybe that store clerk, or maybe that gal at the checkout counter at the grocery store. Sometimes, most often, when I go to the grocery store, I will say to the checkout person, I'll say, well, how's your day going? Or I'll say, how's your job going? And they will, sometimes they don't, yeah, fine. They're busy. They're doing their own thing. But oftentimes, they'll look at me and they'll say, well, it's going okay, or I like my job. But they will light up. And sometimes they'll say, well, thank you for asking. So those small things of loving kindness that can make a difference in that person's life for that day, that might help make their day. So that's the sort of things that I think we can practice. I would ask you to find something that can center you, something that can welcome in your mind, your emotions, your soul, your body, all of you, that which will give you strength, compassion, loving kindness, and wisdom. Blessed be, and amen.
Our hymn is number 1051 in the Teal Hymn Book. So pick up your Teal Hymn Book, 1051, and we're going to repeat the first section and the second section, and the rest we just sing right straight through.
rises and sings to the universe who we are. For each child that's born, the morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. We are the grandmother's prayers, and we are our grandfather's dreamings. We are the breath of our ancestors. We are the Spirit of God. We are mothers of courage and fathers of time. We are daughters of dust and the sons of great visions. We're sisters of mercy and brothers of love. We are lovers of life and the builders of nations. We're singers of truth and keepers of faith. We are makers of peace and the wisdom of ages. We are our grandmother's prayers, and we are our grandfather's dreamings. We are the breath of our ancestors. We are the Spirit of God. For each child that's born, the morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. For each child that's born, the morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are.
I have another poem I can't resist. And the people looked up. In the sky east of the Mississippi, there was a brilliant light. And that light, where there were blue flames and red flames, yellow flames and white hot flames, lighting up the sky with a tremendous light. And holding up that flame were hands. There were old hands and young hands and gay hands and black hands and white hands and red hands and yellow hands. And they took turns so no one would get burned by the flame. And that light rested over our community here. And the people saw it. And the next day, the people went to work. And they worked in their gardens and marched for justice and cared for babies. And their schedules weren't any different. But somehow that light gave them hope. And their days were a little lighter. People of this beloved community, we have a task at this time. We can hold up the flame together, and we can challenge and feed and care for each other so deeply that when this time is done, that flame will not disperse and go out. That flame will burn on in all the communities that we bless with our courage and our compassion.
If you'd like to join us in our final music, it's number 1074 in that teal hymn book, Turn the World Around, 1074.
We come from the fire, living in the fire. Go back to the fire, turn the world around. We come from the water, living in the water. Go back to the water, turn the world around. We come from the mountain, living on the mountain. Come back to the mountain, turn the world around. Oh, so is life. So is life. Oh, so is life. So is life. Do you know who I am? Do you know who
river wash the mountain, fire make the sunlight, turn the world around. Heart is of the river, body is the mountain, spirit is the sunlight, turn the world around. We are of the Spirit, truly of the Spirit, only can the Spirit turn the world around. Oh, so is life a body one, so is life. Oh, so is life a body one, so is life. Oh, so is life a body one, so is life. Oh, so is life a body one, so is life.
I'm glad for this time that we've shared together this morning. Before we extinguish our chalice, I'd like to tell you about the red mugs. Red mug. I feel a little bit like I'm pushing a commercial right now, but if you're visiting today, or you're new or still feel new, or you just especially want to talk to someone today, grab one of these bright red coffee mugs in the social hall. We are grateful for the coffee and refreshments and the time to get to know each other. And if you would like to know more about any aspect of our church or have any questions, look for someone with an Ask Me sticker on their name tag. Would the Ask Me sticker people please raise your hands? Okay, good. Okay. We extinguish our chalice with hearts turned to the work and strength of our congregation. We inherited this church from many generations of people who believed in the power of human beings to bear love into the world. We carry this tradition, for not all find comfort, inspiration, safety, and joy within its spaces. We tend to the flame of hope and goodness and peace today and in the years to come.